I remember every detail. The Germans wore gray, you wore blue.
Yes, I put that dress away.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at the costumes of characters from Hollywood films from 1934 to 1968. Period pieces won't be included, and there may be spoilers.
Stop! I don't want to stop, I like it! Take the picture, take the picture!
Number 10. Lisa Fremont, Rear Window. Grace Kelly's wealthy character Lisa Fremont wears 6 lovely costumes in this movie about a man, Jeff, who suspects his neighbor of murder.
Is this the Lisa Fremont who never wears the same dress twice?
Only because it's expected of her. It's right off the Paris plane. You think it'll sell?
In her first scene, Lisa wakes Jeff with a kiss, the camera slowly zooming out from her face to her whole exquisite outfit. As her costumes get slightly more casual throughout the film, her character gets more entangled in Jeff's detective work.
Let's go down and find out what's buried in the garden. Why not? I've always wanted to meet Mrs. Thorwald.
Edith Head, the designer for Rear Window, deliberately made the costumes mirror Lisa's development. When the mystery is solved, she is just as laid back in dress as her boyfriend. Another iconic Grace Kelly character is Frances Stevens from 1955's To Catch a Thief, with costumes also designed by Edith Head.
Well, it's better than anything we have back in Portland, Oregon. Almost everything is.
Number 9. James Bond and Honey Ryder, Dr. No.
You'll find fresh clothes in here. I hope they fit. We didn't get your sizes till last night.
The first James Bond movie set the precedent for the classy fashion featured in all the following installments. Sean Connery as the famous secret agent encapsulated the image of a high-class man with his expensive tuxedos and black bow tie. At the same time, the Bond girl of the film, Honey Ryder, is credited with popularizing the bikini in the United States.
What are you doing here? Looking for shells?
No, I'm just looking.
First appearing in an unforgettable white two-piece bathing suit, Honey Ryder immediately became a fashionable sex symbol. In fact, bikini sales soared after Dr. No was released in theaters.
At first they used to try to catch me, but they couldn't. Now I don't think they bother anymore.
Well, they will this time.
Number 8. Gilda. Rita Hayworth brought high-end glamour into focus with Gilda.
Me?
Playing the title character, who is caught in a love triangle between a gambler and a mobster, Hayworth embodied the femme fatale of film noir. In her first appearance, she wears a white off-the-shoulder dressing gown with her voluminous hair down on her shoulders. This scene was also included in the 1994 movie The Shawshank Redemption. Even more gorgeous and influential is the black satin dress from Put the Blame on Mame.
One night she started to shim and shake, that brought on the Frisco quake.
In an act of rebellion, Gilda sings and performs a quick, provocative dance number before being forced off stage. The alluring number also inspired a scene in 1988's Who Framed Roger Rabbit, in which Jessica Rabbit sings Why Don't You Do Right in a classy nightclub.
That's the story that went around, but here's the real lowdown. Put the blame on Maine, boy.
Number 7. Jim Stark, Rebel Without a Cause.
He's real abstract. He's different.
That's right. That's right. I'm cute, too.
In the 1950s, fashion for teenagers was a growing market. Caught between the aftermath of World War II and the growing tensions of the Cold War, teenagers often showed their discontent with authority through their styles of dress. Young heartthrob James Dean popularized the look of a red jacket, plain white tee, and blue jeans in 1955's Rebel Without a Cause.
You know something? I like you. You know that?
Costume designer Moss Mabry observed real high school and college students of the time to get the look of rebellious youth just right. Countless teens saw themselves in Dean and continued to dress in ways their parents disapproved of.
Jimmy, you're very young. A foolish decision now could wreck your whole life. In 10 years, you'll never know this even happened.
Dad, answer her.
Number 6. Madeline Elster and John Scotty Ferguson, Vertigo.
We had fun. And then you started in on the clothes. Well, I'll wear the darn clothes if you want me to.
James Stewart as John Scotty Ferguson and Kim Novak playing dual roles as Madeline Elster and Judy Barton provided perfect examples of classy outfits for the late 1950s. With Madeline's gray, tight-buttoned shirts and conservative blouses, she gives off a cold appearance that fascinates Scotty. Judy's costumes go from dowdy and unflattering to the polar opposite for Madeline. Dress plays a huge role in Vertigo, showing character development, symbolism in color, and the foreshadowing of events.
Well, if it's absolutely necessary.
Yes, it is. Now, we'd like to look at a dinner dress, an evening dress, short, black with long sleeves and a kind of a square neck.
Scotty, I certainly do know what you want, sir.
Although the movie got mixed reviews upon release, it has become known as one of Hitchcock's best films, if not the best. In 1989, the U.S. Library of Congress selected it for preservation on the grounds that it is, quote, culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant.
Scotty. Oh, Scotty, please. You love me now. Keep me safe.
Number 5. Jerry Travers and Dale Tremont, Top Hat. Bernard Newman was responsible for most of the dreamy costumes in this musical comedy starring Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
I know you'll think this a little unconventional of me, but I just couldn't wait to see you.
Astaire sports an easygoing tweed sports jacket, bold tie, and gray trousers in one scene. This look still inspires men's fashion designers.
The clouds broke, they broke, and oh, what a break for me.
Of course, he also appears in his classic black and white tuxedo, while Rogers goes through an array of costume changes before her memorable ostrich feather dress for the song Cheek to Cheek. This ostrich feather dress was actually Rogers' own creation. It was aesthetically beautiful, enhancing the elegance of the dance, but it was a nightmare to work with, as it shed feathers whenever Rogers twirled.
What difference does that make?
Oh, so that doesn't make any difference?
No, why should it?
Number 4. Tracy Samantha Lord, The Philadelphia Story.
How do I look?
Like a queen, like a goddess.
And you know how I feel?
How?
Like a human being.
Actress Katharine Hepburn brought her own tomboyish sense of fashion to many of her films, The Philadelphia Story included. Playing socialite Tracy Samantha Lord, she appeared in sleek, flowing dresses and long pants.
I'm for giving them a picture of home life that'll stand their hair on end.
No! Tracy, we must just be ourselves, very much ourselves.
Women wearing pants was still uncommon in the 1940s, so this choice was the subject of conflict on set. Eventually, Hepburn won that battle.
Well, you're like some marvelous, distant, well, queen, I guess. You're so cool and fine and always so much your own.
The Philadelphia Story was remade as High Society in 1956, starring Grace Kelly as Tracy and changing the style from toned-down elegance to more decadent beauty. Costumes designed by Helen Rose emphasized the 50s style of small waistlines and full skirts.
You like my dress?
Oh, yes, it's quite beautiful, my dear.
Number 3. Joe Stockton, Funny Face. As a film centered on the fashion industry, it's no wonder Funny Face was so influential.
Who thinks must come to grips with the reality of fashionable attire. A woman can be beautiful as well as intellectual, see facing page.
Audrey Hepburn stars as meek bookseller Joe Stockton, who is transformed into a high fashion model. The character begrudgingly accepts this turn of events so she can meet her favorite philosopher.
As a matter of fact, I rather feel like expressing myself now. And I could certainly use a release.
One of the best-known scenes in this movie is from the underground club in Paris, where Joe dances in a tight all-black outfit with white socks. This look was featured in a 2006 Gap commercial, as well as a 2011 Beyoncé music video. Edith Head and Hubert de Givenchy designed the gorgeous costumes and earned an Oscar nomination for their work.
I don't believe it! Maggie, what did I tell you? You look absolutely fabulous.
Number 2. Rick Blaine and Elsa Lund, Casablanca.
Well, you were asking about Rick, and here he is. Mademoiselle, may I present...
Hello, Elsa.
Elsa Lund, played by Ingrid Bergman, set the bar high for sensible, elegant women's fashion during World War II. Fabric restrictions during the war made opulent dresses harder to come by, so Elsa's looks of simple suits and blouses became a model for women's fashion at the time.
I'm sorry I was in no condition to receive you when you called on me last night.
Doesn't matter.
For special friends of Rick's, we have a special discount.
In the famously heartbreaking final scene of the movie, Elsa has to flee the Nazis and leave behind her love, Rick Blaine. The characters bid a tearful farewell in mirrored costumes: a trench coat, a white shirt, and a wide-brimmed hat, fashionably tilted to the side.
Now. He's looking at you, kid.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. The cast of West Side Story. Color-coded opposing gangs and costumes bridging 1950s dresses and form-fitting 1960s fashions. Norma Desmond, Sunset Boulevard. Norma's costumes combined contemporary fashion with passé 1920s fads.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
The Girl, The 7-Year Itch, contains one of the most iconic images of Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, do you feel the breeze from the subway? Isn't it delicious?
Angela Vickers, A Place in the Sun. Angela Vickers' strapless white debutante gown inspired prom dresses for decades to come.
I see you had a misspent youth.
I guess it was.
Why all alone? Being exclusive?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Holly Golightly, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Dress. Yeah, bag. There, 2.
Prominent fashion designer Hubert de Givenchy dressed actress Audrey Hepburn in many films. And perhaps his greatest achievements are the little black dresses from Breakfast at Tiffany's. The type of dress, often referred to simply as an LBD, remains a staple in any fashionable woman's wardrobe.
How do I look?
Very good. I must say I'm amazed.
You were a darling to help. I could never have done it without you.
Edith Head also helped create Holly Golightly's look, which included oversized sunglasses, an orange coat, a pink cocktail dress, and a simple yet refined sweater and jeans outfit. This last costume is worn in the Moon River scene, where the character lets down her haughty facade. Even the blonde, streaked, brushed-back hairstyle became a popular style due to this movie.
You can always tell what kind of a person a man really thinks you are by the earrings he gives you. I must say the mind reels.
Did we miss any of your favorite Golden Age Hollywood costumes or characters? Let us know in the comments.
If there's anything I love, it's a spontaneous, impulsive compliment like that.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.